of adapting to games and like trying to like I think he also talked about like after school programs and stuff like that to help like students like get on that like that pathway. I think
Yeah.
that was like really cool too. That was like my biggest takeaway. Mostly was just the fact that yeah, VR that kind of like it's cool to like be in a room like full of like people who are like kind of like pushing the pin on like how the industry works and stuff like that. It's cool to kind of get that confirmation that yeah, like this is the next generation. This is what we should be on. And yeah, like so
Yeah.
now we know like okay, we're on the right pathway. Like kind of like all thinking like on the same like mindset. So yeah,
And it's also the same in like another thing that Eric also mentioned was how you can't make a cookie cutter curriculum for it because it's constantly changing, it's constantly growing and developing as the years go on. Because like when you think about it, how long did it take for us to get from how long did it take from us to get from just a giant hulking phone where you're talking on it to a cell phone that has a bunch of apps that can record, do phone calls, do Zoom calls, do um, filming, editing, you name it. It can do just about anything nowadays. So
pretty much.
it's just it's a very short time frame when you think about it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not,
like a decade. That goes
yeah,
fast.
and it's only going to get faster now that technology has caught up to the phone. Like all other technologies are there, and now it's like really, really developing. We're already at player one stage, actually. Um,
Yeah.
I got a chance to test out a glove and touch things in virtual reality. That was trippy. That was so trippy. Dude, the clouds felt like I was touching cotton that was dissolving into mist. I slammed my hand into a wall and my hand stopped in midair.
For
I was
real?
like, for real, I went like that, and then my whole hand just froze right up against the wall in
What
VR.
the?
And then in reality, it froze it too. And I was like, no, I was pushing so hard. I was like, this is so freaking cool. I was like,
You
we're
got
in player one mode already. The only thing is affordability and scaling. And the other thing that he didn't mention was 5G. What he did not mention was how that can be utilized for VR in public spaces, and especially with Tesla coils that can do if because I think Singapore developed the technology to, from a distance, charge a phone or charge any device by having a chip inside of it. So
oh wow.
if you're able to utilize 5G with portable chargers and put those up in an entire area, that place becomes ground zero for a virtual reality world where someone can put on a pair of slim glasses that are constantly being charged for virtual reality, put on their own gear, walk through this place through 5G, and be able to see this whole virtual augmented reality in real time without any lags, and would be able to interact with things in real life in a city. So like we're getting to that point, and right now we're kind of at the threshold because not a lot of people are putting this all together, and like I said, there's a lot of fragmentation on it. And so what I would like to do is what I took away from this was this right here is the tiny once in a lifetime chance to be the people to bring it all together. No one's doing it yet. It's on everybody's mind. People are starting to think about it. We need to be the first ones to act on it. So, like I told everybody, I've already been working on a design for an app that does just that. So I've already been working on this design for quite a while. Um, uh, and I believe once I get the notes in from everybody from this meeting, we can start looking at that more. And that's actually why I want to talk with you guys on Monday. But enough about me blabbering. What were some other takeaways that you guys had? Ooh, yeah. Like, is there anything else of note? Let me share my screen here. Share screen.
Oh
So these are the notes I kind of took while everybody was talking. So Jeffrey was another person that I saw. Um, geez, he talked a lot. And so like Kim, Jeffrey, MK, pretty much everybody. Because Kim, I've already met her before. She works closely with LA and in the HR department. Like her whole job is to design programs to get students into career pathways, not just for the tech industry, but every possible career path that exists, like arts, construction, sports, technology, business, retail, you name it. That's what she does. That's her job. So she's very much in the arena of knowing all the variables that are involved in getting students into a career pathway. She knows all the variables of that. And Corey, like you said earlier, he's actually ready to start it. And then we have Jeffrey, who's in charge of the strategic. What was it that he wrote? I couldn't write the exact thing, but diversity strategy for his company that he works with right now, which is so basically also in HR. And then you got MK Haley, who's like the Disney HR exec, who is also a part of SIGGRAPH. And then you have Eric. So we have quite a lot of people here from that call. So, my goodness. I kind of want to move on to like, what would you guys actually think? Well, I would like to ask you, what would you guys think are the next steps that we should take after this meeting as a group?
I mean, I was just gonna say like, yeah, just do research like on how to implement like VR. I mean, I know you say you've been working on like stuff already, like some projects to implement like for the program or for the app, but like probably just do more research on how we could like, I guess like for the content like we're gonna create for this the FitQuest app,
Yeah.
like how like how can we get our hands on some technology, like whether it be cameras or I guess like I don't know how to edit like 360 video, but like editing softwares for 360 video, like and VR. I think I forgot who said it, but like I think it was either Eric or Jeffrey. It was one of the guys. He was like he said that if we ever need help, I think it was Eric actually. He said that he wanted if there was like anything that he could use, or like he said he was like available like help use equipment or like offer equipment for us to use. So like if he has like resources that if
Yeah.
like something that we can use, then like we can definitely use him as a resource to be able to help push our content agenda and kind of adapt our content app to like more geared towards that next generation. Like you said, like we want to be the first people that are on that wave and like
Yeah.
are like showcasing it. So if he can like help us out with that, then that'd be cool. Yeah, just making sure we have the right equipment and doing our research and yeah, and just making sure that we're like kind of like keep on pushing the pin and not like doing like what everyone else is doing. That's like my thing, like my ideal, like what would be ideal for us.
Oh, also this document, I sent you guys a link during the conference call that we were just in to this document, so you can actually access this if you want to hop on and write in whatever you want to write or look at the notes later on. Is there anything else that you think that we should do, Betty, Gloria, Yakira?
One of the things that we've been doing, like we kind of been working on, is like Dunn was saying before, is research. I think we should package all that research into a professional presentation. So, like for instance, we should have, and across the board, they should be like branded. So we should have a business plan. We should have a PowerPoint or deck ready to go, like in the meantime, where every time we engage with people, when we're pitching or if we're having a meeting, we have these two resources that we could go to and we can share with them. We can email it to them or we can actually share it in the meeting. So like having a branded business plan, having a branded what did I say? PowerPoint presentation or slides that we could present every single time would be like a good marketing tool.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree on that.
Sorry, who was about to say something?
Oh no, I was just saying that I agree with her.
Yeah.
With that,
Yeah. So far as research for the platform, follow up with the people from the conference call, creating the deck, business plan, proposal, and platform that is branded. Okay, cool. So that's what we have so far. I think the other thing would be to establish the dynamics. I think dynamics of our business relations as a unit or group, I should say. Because last time we were talking in the last meeting, Betty, Gloria, you guys were going to be doing research into the actual, what's it called, things that it would take or steps that we need to take in order to set up a nonprofit group that would basically have us all as individuals or individual LLCs or companies working together to generate funding to develop various products that we're all working on. So the way I envision it is something like basically like this. There's a board, and we're all on it. And what that allows to do, that was odd. What that would allow us to do as a board is that, let's say Dominic has an idea, he's on our board, right? And so as a nonprofit, we can get money to fund Dominic's project, but we're also working on his project as well.
Yeah.
And so he's hiring us to be a part of, not a part of his company, but a part of the project. So it's like the board is for funneling income as a nonprofit. The people on the board are individual companies. Whenever somebody has a product or an idea, it's 100% theirs. And it depends on what deal they're going to sort of make with everybody else on the board who's willing to work on that project and make it happen. And so they all can either get a percentage of the money that's made from the eventual in-game, in product, or in production. But the idea is that we're sort of like that board that helps one another on projects. But everybody's projects and ideas are protected, and they can all, sort through things like that. So what are your thoughts on setting up our business like that?
Before you guys start your thoughts and everything, I do have to go. I have to go to work, get ready for work.
Oh no.
But the idea that you just said, I like that idea. As us as a whole, like if we each have individual projects, we all like come in and help each other on different tasks and such to complete it and get that done. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me for right now.
Okay.
Sorry, my neck is killing me.
So I'll see you guys at the next meeting. Actually, I'll be out of town from the 12th through the 16th, but I'll have my my assignments and stuff completed before.
All right, cool. Nice. I might have to put that video presentation on pause to work on the business proposal for the platform idea I have. Okay. Bye, Gloria. Have a good day at work. Don't overwork yourself. Hopefully she's still next to you, Betty. All right. And so, wow. All right. So I haven't heard from you, Betty, or Nefertira, or Danger. What are some things that are going through your heads right now?
My question is, so are we putting, what's the main thing that we're focusing on? Like, so I think I might have missed something in one of the meetings. So are we like pursuing this nonprofit and putting the fit quest on the back burner, or are we pursuing both? So I know they're interlinked, but
Yeah. I feel like we have. All right. So I need to catch everybody up on speed. That's gonna be a long email to write. I hate long emails. All right. So essentially, there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 projects we're currently working on. FitQuest is one of them. The platform that we just talked about is another. The third one is actually a production idea that would be with Sony and Ted Lai from Apple, which is a challenge-based TV show for students to come and learn how to use their equipment, and then to produce something if they win the competition on the show, and to bring in various clients, yada yada yada. So that was another idea. And then the third one was, like I said, was the platform where students, companies, people in general, as well as schools, could come together to sort of help generate multiple tiny career pathways or pipelines, and it would basically be the central hub of all the career pipelines out there. The main thing that we're focusing on right now, as of the end of that meeting, however, is to take is to focus in on mainly developing ourselves as an entity, and to develop the deck and proposal for the online platform, because I feel like I've met and know, like, not including the people in that room, there are about 30 to 50 other individuals from high up places that I've met with Kevin at various events, various meetings as well, all on the same thread of pipeline, career path, education, career path, student, pipeline, get them in a career. I've met too many people all doing that. I feel like we would get more backing, more funding, and more immediate help if we were to pitch a product that would be the solve all for career pathways, educating students and getting them into a job. So I want to prioritize that and establishing ourselves as an entity. And then on back burner, we could take FitQuest and kind of put it there for the meantime, as well as taking the idea with Sony and sort of fleshing it out, and then putting that on the back burner, because we still need to get that outline done for at least the initial episode, and then put that on the back burner. Does that answer your questions properly?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Betty, Yakira, Dominic, any questions you guys have about what we're going to be doing? Or concerns, I should say. Because we are getting into the next school year.
Yeah, no, I think I'm understood. I mean, yeah, if I have any questions or like confusions, I'll be the first to let you know.
Cool. Wow. What a crazy thing. So, filing, starting the process. Whew-wee. So,
anything else that we got to go over?
Yeah. I just want to ask real quick, before we kind of move on from what happened on that call. Is there any other things or takeaways that we have yet to talk about from that meeting that you guys would like to mention?
I I think right now, like I went over. I mean, it's a lot to like process, to be honest.
Right?
So I think like after I read the when I get a moment, like when I read the document, all the notes that we shared, I think I'll probably have like more things that I like to go over for the next time we meet. But for right now, it's just this is really a lot to take in, honestly.
Yeah, it is a lot to take in. I'm going to title this Shoney's Notes, blah, blah, blah. And then after action. Anybody else who goes online to add their notes later on, just like, type in your name, like the baby's notes or something along those lines, and just write your notes under that. All right. So is there anything else? Last time I'm going to ask that question before I move on, because we've been on this call. Oh, yeah, also, I paid for the Zoom thing instead of going down below.
Yeah.
So that way we have unlimited time on these meetings.
I was like, it would be so annoying if we had to end that call and then get everyone back.
Oh, you have no idea. I thought that would be so unfreaking professional. I was like, no, I'm buying this thing now. $14, fine. I'm okay with having $4 in my account.
Real talk, though.
Real talk. Real talk. Oh my God. Is that or a train ticket? So I was like, I'll invest in the Zoom call.
Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
I'm a broke motherfucker. Okay.
That's relatable to all of us, bro. That's relatable to all of us.
Yep. Hello, fellow broke motherfuckers. I gotta write a skit just called Broke. Just be a bunch of students talking about how broke they are. So, you laugh.
I gotta write that down. I gotta write that one down. I could definitely. I want to actually act in that one. That'd be funny.
Broke. Students.
Hell yeah.
True. Okay, so let's go with the next steps then, I guess, which would be moving forward from here on out.
Wait. Question real quick. Wait, how long is this next part gonna take? Because I'm gonna have to leave like soon. So I don't want to leave like right in the middle of like this next section.
I think we can finish and wrap up this meeting in the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. Okay, I can stay for that. Cause I gotta be out by noon. Yeah.
Nope.
Noon.
No problem. Betty, what were some of the things that you and Gloria found on starting and creating a nonprofit organization? That sort of fits like what we were talking about.
There's a whole thing where you have to there is an application process. You do have to apply to be a nonprofit. But let me pull up my email. Nonprofit. But it's easier than filing the LLC.
Do you know how long the process is?
The process for approval is not that long at all. Hold on, let me pull up an email because I've been putting facts into an email.
All right.
Like here and there over the days.
And do you know how to share on a Zoom call? Because I think I can let you share as well, your screen. Or is it just me that's allowed to share my screen? That's a good question.
I think it's one person at a time, right?
Yeah, so let me stop sharing. I think you can share. Like on the bottom of your Zoom call, if you're in gallery mode, if you look down, it should say invite, manage, participant. Oh, that's what it says on mine. But you should, like where you see mute and stop video, you should be able to see a green thing that says share. Do you see that?
Okay.
To click on that and then just say share screen. Just hit share. It should share your entire computer screen with us.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wow, that was quite the meeting. The die has been cast. The pressure is on, people. And there's some
Alright.
work to be done.
Can you send me that email that I sent the other day? From the non.
I'll be right back.
You want to say the one? No, it should be about. Hold on. It should be about nonprofits for the one that's due on Monday. Are you sure? Yeah. Can you look up Shawnee's name?
All right, cool. Okay, so this is all like the step by step on how to create the nonprofit.
Works. All right, Dominic. I know you have to go. So, Dominic, I know you have to go.
Yeah.
So,
I started the research for nonprofits. Larry and I are working on that. So what we've been doing is like scouring the internet and like just different resources. We just paste that information together, and then towards the end of the research process, we'll like condense that information so it's a little bit more organized. So we've been going to like different websites and stuff like that. But here's a little
perfect. Do you,
just the start of it, but
what are like some of the requirements that are needed?
well, we have to define who we are, like what kind of nonprofit that will be. So like last time when we had the meeting, when I was asking like are we trying to make a profit, or what is our service that we're offering? That's important because that helps us categorize what kind of nonprofit we're trying to be. So these are the different types of nonprofits right here. I'm thinking we would probably fall into social welfare. But see, that's something I would need your assistance with. Like,
Yeah. I'd say we'd either be the social welfare organization, or from what I'm looking at right now, possibly a business league. I don't know exactly what that entails. I'd have to learn what all this means. But I think you, me, and Gloria should sit down. We don't necessarily need everybody to like go through that part of it. But if we can have everybody, that'd be great, because I do want everybody to be a part of that conversation, because it sort of is deciding what kind of structure we're going to go for. So thank you for all the hard work.
I mean, it'll be more organized by Monday when it's due.
Okay.
But like, that's our process. What we'll do is just go to different internet websites, copy and paste the information, and then condense the information so it makes more sense by the time you read it.
All right. So here's a thing. Immediately, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a follow-up email to everybody that was a part of that meeting. One for just us, and the other one that will include everybody else, all the execs and things like that. And what I'm going to suggest right now is signing a NDA, non-disclosure, non-circumvent, non-compete document. So that way we can start immediately with talking and sharing our ideas, because then everybody's thoughts and intellectual property will be protected. Your ideas will be protected. Yeah. And then from there we can start moving on into actually talking about ownership and the development of everything. Oh, hold on. This is Kevin, actually. Oh, geez. Hi, Kevin. Give me 1 second. I'm doing an after review meeting with everybody. We're wrapping it up right now.
You guys, the agenda, I never got a chance to send it out, so I'm going to send it to you. This is really important. You see the LinkedIn of everybody.
Yeah.
So I put in all the stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk to, like special projects and next steps.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to go through, so I'm sending it to you to see if you can incorporate it into your conversation, so you'll see it when you can share it as a link. So I'm sending it to you right now.
All right, cool. Perfect. Thank you, Kevin. All right, bye. All right. Sorry about that. So I'm trying to remember what was the last thing I was saying. Sorry, I'm like trying to wake up and this coffee's not helping. Dominic, you're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
He said that you would have us sign like an NDA and a non-compete form so we could share intellectual.
Yeah, that would be the next step. The second step is start looking into what it would take for you guys to start setting up your own LLCs or your own like individual companies or businesses. That way we can have our own official self. And then the third thing that's immediately just like how you were talking about branding is we need somebody. I can start working on that actually. It's kind of dicey. But we need a brand, so we need a name. We need to start working on filling out those things that Betty and Gloria have found out. So individually, start researching LLC. As a group, start working on applying as for the nonprofit. Those are the next steps that I think we should be taking. Is there anything else that you think we should be adding onto the list? Well, obviously the research portion, like you said, for the app idea. I'm going to have to share with you guys the app idea, because I also did some graphic designing work for some of the app's interface already.
Nice.
So I can actually show you guys that. It's nice. DK. I have work I did.
Okay, and on that note, I'm gonna to dip out right now.
Oh so, no, sad face.
I gotta go drop this thing off, but yeah, yes, you could just you're gonna send that email out to the people who talked today, we're at the meeting with, And then yeah, so you can just you can let me know when we think about it. And then yeah, and also I'll do I'll finish the what's it called, the production stuff for the show that we're doing for the Fit Quest app.
Yeah.
I'll finish the production outline as well as the what's it called, the technical and production outline for that. So you can look forward to seeing that pretty soon. And then if we're gonna talk about that next meeting, then yeah, but I'll be ready for that.
All right, cool. That's gonna be perfect. All right, awesome.
All right, cool. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm okay. So here you guys go.
Nice.
So this is quite a lot to look at and kind of understand in a short while, but this is sort of what I've been working on and building and designing. Because I imagine this not only being an app, but also being a website. This is all the, oh, thank you. I love forms. They're so nice. This is gonna take this. Okay. So, you know, I had two
So
simple.
what are we looking at right here? All menus, closed mode. What is this right here?
This is the template sheets that I put together
Like
for.
buttons at the top of the app. Kind of thing?
Yeah, basically, this is the layout of the app. That when I was thinking about the layout of the app, how I wanted to put it all together, I wanted it to be to feel like you were playing a video game on a website, or when you hopped on the app, it would feel like you were playing a video game. I wanted to have like a very what's it called, like a MMO, I think is what it's called. And I wanted to have an MMO feel to it. You hop online, and it's like you have your your user icon's gonna be up here. You have your level right here. You have like your whole like health bar and things like my bad, that'd be down here. You have like your health bar right here, your little icon, your various special moves you can utilize right here. You know, invite, friend, message, blah blah blah, whatever, something, right? And then you have like over here, you would have like your different like skills, which would be links to all your various pages or mind maps or projects you're working on. And then there's just so much I wrote when it came to writing this thing out. But there's a lot of things that we just don't know about, like a lot of moving pieces that we're not aware of. And that meeting made me aware of just how much I need to know in order to make this app as ready for development as it needs to be. I think this is so again, that's for that. And then obviously my own logo and things like that for my LLC. This is what I came up with. But this is what we need to do for our company, our nonprofit, is to develop a business card, a mission statement, things like that. So E, oh, that's a B and a K, written calligraphy style. It took a while to make. But yeah, that's the idea so far.
That's really dope.
Thanks. That's a haiku. Empower people, transform imagination, connect consciousness. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, so wise. Sounds like it came from a fortune cookie. But, you know, that's what I wrote. I stopped this right here. Stop there. So, they've got our next steps. So, on Monday's meeting, I'm going to have to update our agenda. Well, we can go over that. Would you be able to concisely write out in like a few sentences that I can put on the email for the agenda, like the cost, time frame, and what we need to decide in that meeting for establishing our nonprofit?
Okay.
Yeah. That way I can put that in the agenda.
Add that. Oh, just email it?
Yeah, email it to me, and then I can put that in the agenda to let everybody know, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. Then Kevin said he's going to send me an email with all the LinkedIn and contact information of everybody else that was a part of that meeting just now.
Nice.
So I'll shift through that, and I'll send you guys that email as well, because it's important that we know who we're going to be working with and really research them well. And another thing is we need to think of them not only as a potential business opportunity, but as a resource to get information from, especially Kim, because every time Kevin said something about what we were doing, she would immediately come up and say, well, yeah, there's these guys doing this. Oh, there's those guys doing this. Oh, there's these guys over there doing that. And it's just like, holy fuck, how much do you know? Like, she knows a lot. So start thinking about questions that you would like to specifically ask those people. That way we can start putting together like little emails that we can send out, setting up meetings, individual meetings with them to have those discussions and make that happen. Oh gosh. I think that's just about it for the meeting, unless there's any other things that we have neglected to talk about. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's a good thing. Betty, could you also look up live examples of what other people do? Do they have live examples that we can look at?
I could probably find some. Yeah.
Yeah, that way we know exactly what we're going to need to write out rather than just shooting in the dark.
Okay.
Right, cool. Yeah, so quite
okay, so I'll shoot you that email. I'll try to do it right now and shoot you that email. That part of it that you requested, the fee and the time expectation.
Okay, it's Thursday today. I'm gonna try and get you guys that email with the updated agenda and everything by tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Because I got also see if I can follow up with every other person that was a part of that meeting and seeing if they could also join in on a future meeting to look at this thing. But man, just got done running a sprint. Now I gotta run a marathon. It's what I feel like. It's like I feel like we're at right now. 100-meter dash. Now we're going for a 2-mile marathon run. Shit.
Have you heard from Michael?
He's at work.
Oh, okay.
He texted me. He was like, "Dude, I can't find any opportunity to hop onto the conference call here at work. We're busy this morning." And I was like, "How are you busy? You're an El Pollo Loco. You're not open till 10.
Oh no.
How you guys busy?"
They got a prep.
I know, and he's the cook, so they kept him real busy.
Yeah.
Which is why I recorded that meeting. I gotta send you guys the recording of that.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So yeah, I recorded everything that you missed, basically. Isn't that perfect? I'm also recording this right here for me to send to everybody who wasn't a part of this part of the meeting. So I'm gonna send
That's
this
good
to
you
Jack and
recorded.
Aaron. Yeah.
Like, it's hard to remember all that stuff.
I love Zoom. Okay. To everyone that's watching this right now, and probably laughing at how just tired
Yeah, you
and
can
worn
tell.
out I look, sorry.
Oh, no.
Or we look.
You don't look tired. You don't look tired.
I feel it though. All right.
I look tired.
You got your hat to cover your eye bags there?
Yeah, when you said that we had to look nice, I had this cap on. I was like, oh no! So I had to hurry up and like try to do something. Good.
You're good. I don't think they minded that much. What I'm very happy about is that the majority of people on the call are very much in the line of getting students into career pathways, and so they're very open to just hearing us out. Like, I think one of the things I forgot to talk about was how we got to have a workshop together on learning how to talk and do a quick just presentation. Um, you're learning how to riff off of people. Because going into the meeting, none of us really knew what we were going to have to talk about or have to say. It was constantly changing. I couldn't really prepare you guys for that. So I think that's something we got to work on, is how to be able to just adapt readily to whatever's happening, and use whatever they're talking about and take that, make it relatable to what we're doing, and then transition into us, and then transition back into what they're doing. That's like, you did a good job of that, Betty. I'd have to say Dominic, Gloria, and I think I was a bit ranty. But
No, you did well too. You did well, very well. Mm-hmm.
And then I think Erin did pretty well. She was she was a bit skittish and shy about it, but I think
It
that,
takes a little bit of time to kind of like warm up. You know what I mean? Because you don't, like you said, you don't know what to expect. So it's kind of like a frightening experience, especially if you're not a public talker.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
You're just the person I'm just a fly on the wall. Don't mind me. I'm just here.
If I could, I would just send messages from my brain to everyone and be like, "That's exactly what I meant." Okay.
Well, when you're doing work behind the camera, it's usually because you just chill and you don't want to be the center of attention.
Exactly.
I totally get where you guys are coming from. I'm more of the guy that doesn't mind being in front of the camera or behind the camera. I kind of want to be in part of everything. So I'm okay with that.
Nice.
But I've never taken any formal speaking classes either. So it's like, I might be a bit ranty. Okay.
Okay, well, I'll get that email out to you as soon as I can. I'm looking at
Perfect.
that right now. So.
And then I'm trying to think who would be able to start working on that. I don't think we all need tasks, but we do need to wrap up that presentation for that. So, okay. So you send me that email. I'll work on the business proposal for the platform idea, and then we'll all meet up on Monday. So I'll update the agenda as soon as you give me that.
Got it.
All right, and I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Bye, all you wonderful people watching this recording.